All right, y'all. Let's get ready to get this party started. Hey, what's up, C Golden? What's going on? What's going on? Let me share this out because I don't know if anybody got the notification. Good afternoon. Happy Sunday afternoon to you. Seems like it was just Friday, child. I feel like it was just Friday. But it's all good. We are here now. We are here now. How's everybody doing? Let's see here. All right, y'all. Hey, C Golden. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. Listen, the notification. I can always tell when notification doesn't go out because I can see how fast people come in the room. But it's all good. We're gonna keep it moving. Um, do I have any announcements? No, I don't have any new announcements. Just make sure. Hey, what's up, Joshua? How you doing? Just make sure y'all are keeping up with the Vlogmas videos so that you guys can be ready for the trivia night that we're gonna be doing in a couple of weeks. The week of Christmas, I should say. We will be doing a drawing tonight for the 12 Days of Christmas members only giveaway. I'll do that later on towards the end so we can get as many people in here as possible. But that will be a members only drawing. That'll be day 3 of our 12 Days of Christmas giveaway. So that's what we have going on. A couple of updates from the last time we had our tribe meeting. The first update, we talked about Tristan and Chloe and him having a third woman pregnant, his personal trainer. And we talked about, hey, Donna. And we talked about how, he was trying to pay her off because he didn't want to have another baby. And we read the text messages. Well, the baby was born, honey. The baby is here. What's up, Lock Queen? The baby is here. And so whether he wants to or not, until they make that trip to the Maury Povich show, and the results come back differently. Tristan, you are the father, whether you want to or not. That baby is here, and listen, it is not the baby's fault. So don't take it out on the baby. What two adults did. Okay, it ain't that baby's fault. Chloe, look, Tristan for the streets. He for the streets, girl. So either you gonna be cool with it or you gonna move on. But he is for the streets. Okay. Okay. What's up, Nicole? I said Nicole. What's up, Nico Rich? What's up, East Starkey? How y'all doing? Good afternoon. Happy Friday to you. So yeah, so that's the update with that. The baby is here. We have pictures and everything. And the update on the terrorists that were on the run, the two parents that were on the run of the what's the word I want to use? Because I don't want to call his name, but y'all know who I'm talking about. The boy that shot up the school. Him. They were captured this weekend, hiding out in a warehouse, honey. You know, people crack me up. They all big and bad until it's time to pay the piper. Everybody is really badass until it's time to pay the piper. Now you hiding out in a warehouse. Okay. Somebody spotted their car and called the police. Okay. So they are in custody. They are being held on a $500,000 bond each. Unfortunately, someone's gonna probably pay it for them, so they'll probably be out. I'm surprised they ain't out yet, at least, and they might be out. The last update I got, but you know they might be out, child. I don't know. Did we talk about Chris Cuomo getting fired? I think we did talk about the fact that he was fired. I know we talked about him being put on suspension, but he was actually officially fired. Yesterday, I believe he was fired. CNN said in light of some new information that they received from their investigation, he violated their rules. I don't think he violated the law or anything, but the way I read it, he violated their rules. The one thing though was he was honest when they asked him, well, did you do this? Did you do this? Did you do that? He was honest and was like, yeah, I did it. You know, and honestly, when I read through what he did, was it cloudy? Sure. But I really didn't see where what he did was horrible. Am I being skewed about that? I will say this. He should have recused himself from anything dealing with like the minute that the case was brought up, he should have recused himself, meaning I'm not going to report on this. I'm not going to speak on this. I'm not going to interview my brother. I'm not going to have any contact with this specific story at all until it is over. I don't think he would have been fired had, well, no, I don't know. Based on what I read, I guess he still would have been fired, but I think it would have helped his case if he wasn't still actively reporting on his brother while doing these other things. I think, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't a good look that he did both. But in hindsight, again, it was his brother. And, you know, he said he don't regret it. He said he don't regret doing it. I mean, and I get it. That's his brother. I told you guys he going to be all right. I didn't realize he already has a radio show on Sirius XM. So he already has a radio show. So he had like the number one show on the CNN network, and now he has he already had his radio show over on Sirius XM. And if it wasn't one of the number one shows, it's going to be now, because there are people who really, really, truly like him, and they're going to follow him over there. I see him and his brother doing the show. Like, I absolutely see him and his brother doing the show sometime in the future. He never reported on his brother's issue. He said it on the show. He would not speak on it. Right. But I guess what I'm saying is he did have his brother on the show a lot. Now, he may not have spoken about that specific thing, but I guess it just wasn't a good look that the brother, you know, they would be on there joking, and you know what I mean? Like, I enjoyed it. It didn't bother me at all. But I don't know. Here's the thing. If I'm the head of CNN, do I fire him? No. Based on the article I read, I didn't really see anything that he did that was, in my opinion. Now, again, because they said that he helped his brother's prep. He was an active part of his brother's like team. He wrote press releases for his brother. They said that he reached out to the brother's chief of staff about potential leads. He reached out to the Washington or the New York Times, one of those newspapers, and asked them about a story that they were printing, when it was going to hit the stands. Again, I don't see where that's violating a code of ethics. But what the article said was that he broke CNN's rules. So there was something specific that CNN has in their code of ethics that he did. So what's up, Mimi? Yeah, so that's how. What's up, Star? Hey, baby. So that's how I feel about it. Happy belated Founders Day, Taurus. Um, so for me, that's kind of where I am with that. Like, that's how I look at it. I'm like, obviously, that was before the allegations. He did nothing wrong. Everyone was questioning why he never reported on his brother. He said he would not look good for him to speak on it. Yeah, I don't listen, I'm with you, Gally girl. And maybe my timeline is off because I thought that I knew he didn't report on the specific allegations of his brother, but I thought he still continued to have his brother on the show. So if I'm wrong, then I stand corrected on that part. I stand corrected. But again, I don't think he did anything wrong either. And I think it's gonna hurt CNN more than it's gonna hurt him that he ain't on there because like I said, he's gonna be all right. I mean, he's at a point now where he can report, like he's doing a radio show. He can do that from home. Like he don't even have to leave his house anymore. You know what I mean? I mean, his income is gonna be cut, but not for long because you know why? Because he's gonna get speaking engagements. He's gonna probably write a book. Like I said, him and his brother might, end up doing something. And everything isn't always about financial. If it's something you like doing, you love doing, and it was sort of taken away from you. Now Lady D, I was gonna say that. Hey, Lady D, I was gonna say that there is an accusation against him for sexual misconduct, and I think that's a bigger issue. For me, it is. What's up, Fruit Punch? So we'll see how that plays itself out because I heard about that a couple of weeks ago, and then I saw it again today. And when I don't know if that was two different accusations or if it's the same accusation that's sort of resurfacing. That'll be a bigger problem for him. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, child, that's the updates from what we talked about on last week. Let's get into some of this new stuff, honey. So listen. A plumber down to the Joel Osteen church found $600,000 of money and checks hidden in a wall, honey. The plumber had been called in because they was having some issues down to one of the bathrooms, down to the mega church, and he had to pull out the sink and pull out the toilet. Listen, Cali girl, I'm with you on that one too, baby. I'm with you on that one too, Cali girl. She said, I'm questioning why all of a sudden they targeted both brothers who was keeping their necks on 45. So now this money that was found is part of money that came up missing in a robbery a few years ago. And so now, the authorities are questioning this money was just sitting in the wall for the last 3 years. Who put it there? How was it put there? This robbery that happened a few years ago. I mean, was this part of that stash? Was it an inside job and the employee never had an opportunity to come back and get the money? Did they misrepresent how much money was actually missing on an insurance report? Like, y'all, there's some questions here. There are some questions here. Now, if I were a plumber, I would have been, listen, let me tell you something. I'm not saying that I wouldn't have turned in the money. I'm just saying that the count might have been off. That's all I'm saying. So from the article that I read, you guys, the church did report a robbery. They did report, and I'm guessing so from the way I read it, I'm guessing that they only could estimate how much that was missing based on what they probably collect on a weekly basis. Because if they didn't have, if the money was missing there was no way they could really say, oh yeah, this is what was missing, because we hadn't counted it. They hadn't counted it yet, allegedly. So I'm sure that, they put on an insurance paper what they thought that was estimated what was stolen. But there are a lot of questions with this. Okay, so first of all, what kind of robbery? Like was somebody held at gunpoint that had the deposit for the bank? Excuse me. Like what? There's a lot of questions here. Now I'm gonna tell you what it sounded like had happened. Sound like this might have been an inside job and somebody working there hid that money and was gonna double back around and get it. And maybe they got fired or something happened that prohibited them from doubling back and getting that money. But it has been there for 3 years, so I can only imagine that whoever put that money there must have got fired or something, or they were just too afraid to try and retrieve that money. Or maybe that was the plan all along, to leave it there for a couple of years and then double back and get it after a couple of years when nobody was looking and it wouldn't be obvious or whatever. But you banking on a lot when you do that. Like, you banking on the fact that you gonna still have that job. You banking on the fact that you gonna still have access to that bathroom. Like that, I don't know, y'all. There's a lot of questions. Did the church claim that it was stolen? Is an insurance scam? I would have left the checks there, glued the tiles, and went on my way, counted as a blessing. Listen, like I said, I mean, they could have them checks, and them checks are worthless at this point. Moving on. So yeah, listen. Do I think that Joel Osteen concocted this? No, I don't. I really don't. 3 years ago, Joel Osteen would not have needed to concoct a plan to steal the Sunday offering. Like, let's be clear. Do I think that it was an inside job? Yeah. I think somebody working in that building knows a lot more. But why keep the checks? What was they going to do with the check? Well, this is what I think happened. This is my opinion, y'all. This is what I think happened. And maybe I've been looking at too much of what was that TV show on HBO, the righteous oh shoot, the new season starts next month too. But they had something like this happen on the TV show. I really feel like what happened was, the people who stole it they just grabbed the bags that had the money and the checks in it. I don't think they had time to separate them. So that's why the checks were still mixed in with the money. I don't think they had I don't think they had time. I don't think they had time to separate anything. And so I absolutely feel like the plan was to double back and come back and get that bag. Um, I'm thinking that it might have been a couple of bags that was stashed, and maybe they forgot that one. Maybe they forgot where they put all the bags or something. You know what I mean? But yeah, absolutely. I don't think that they kept the checks because they thought it was going to be worth anything. I think they just didn't have time to separate them. Because anybody with a half a brain knows it ain't nothing you can do with them checks. The minute you try to cash that check, like, that's a paper trail, like beyond a paper trail. Assuming the plumber was by themselves when it was found. That's true too. You're right. You're right. That's true too. What's up, China White? Yep. So that's what I'm saying. I don't know, y'all, but I think, like I said, I do not think it's Joe Osteen, but I do think it's somebody that works there, and I think it's some people there that know a whole lot more about this missing money / found money 3 years later. But they did say that there was a robbery that was reported. So this is probably from the robbery, and again, whoever did the robbery probably put that money there, or an associate, somebody connected to whatever. That's what I think. I can't even wrap my head around what Joel and his flock has going on, child. Y'all know that I used to really like Joel Osteen. I really did. He kind of lost me a little bit when they had the hurricane a couple of years ago down in Houston, and the church was closed and they needed shelters and stuff, and somebody had to the media literally had to shame him into opening up his doors to allow people to come in. And I was like, really? Wow. Yeah. But yeah, so honey, we'll keep an eye out on that one. We'll see if we get some more information on that one, child. Um, y'all, let's talk about Nene, and then we'll end on the last one. Let's talk about Nene. So allegedly, Nene, word on the curb is Nene might be having some money problems. Now look, Jonathan is about to jump from the ceiling because I done brought up Nene name, child. What's up, Xavier? Yeah, I figured you didn't get a notification. I could tell when there's a notification. Houston will never forget that mattress. Yeah, I remember the mattress got opened up and let people sleep. Yeah, I remember that. Lose. Yeah. So he kind of lost me after that. Like I kind of felt some kind of way after that. I was like, okay, this is a bit much right here. But so allegedly Nene is having some money problems. We know she's selling her home and she's had to reduce the price on that twice. Now again, I gave her a pass on the home situation because I said it might be just full of memories. Her and Greg, she want to downsize. It's just her and her son at this point. They don't need this big old mansion. You know, she don't have the same jobs that she used to have. So I wasn't even tripping so much about her selling the house, even with her reducing the price, because from the article that I read, she had it overpriced to begin with. Like she bought the house for less than $1 million. I mean, less than $2 million, and she had it on the market for over $4 million. Yes, it is a seller's market right now, but it ain't that much of a seller's market, like child. But we also know that she let it be known that she would be willing and ready to come back to the Real Housewives of Atlanta after she called them all kinds of you know what's and how to get there, and she was gonna sue them, and she called Andy all kinds of names, and I mean all kinds of stuff. But now all of a sudden she's ready to come back. Oh, see, I knew. What I tell y'all? Didn't I tell y'all Jonathan was gonna fall out the sky? Did I not tell y'all Jonathan was gonna fall out the sky? I told y'all that. Yes, I'm talking about your Nene. Love you too, boo. Love you too. Um, Greg didn't have life insurance. Oh, that's interesting. Um, I mean, was that a question or was that a statement, China? Are you telling me he didn't, or are you asking me? Because if you asking me, I don't know. If you telling me, something I didn't know, child. But now they said, and she had to close all of her tags boutique again. I ain't gonna say nothing because we just came out of the panty. Well, we ain't came out of it. Let me be clear. We still in it. But we dealing with the panty, and a lot of businesses had to downsize and even go 100% online. And we talked about that when she first started closing her stores. We talked about that she's going to a 100% online platform, which a lot of businesses had to do during this time period. So Nene took one look at the bank account and was ready to go back. Child. So, it was a question. Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know. Not Nene trying to live upstairs at the Lanithia Lounge. You know what? So allegedly, well, this ain't alleged. She posted it, but she deleted. This was a post and delete. She came up with this idea to try to get out of paying her kitchen staff for the next couple of weeks. She came up with this idea to have a cook-off where a different chef would come in and do a kitchen takeover for the whole week. But here's the catch. They would bring their own staff in that would cook the food. So basically, a chef would come in and work for free for the week, bring their own staff that would also work for free for the week, or at least not work off of Nene's dime in this whole kitchen takeover competition situation. What up, Willie? Hey, boo. You did Mr. Joel Osteen part, but go on and drop your 2 cents in the chat because we just trying to figure it all out, honey. We just trying to figure it all out. Y'all, listen. Now, like I said, it was a post and delete because she probably was starting to get a whole lot of negative backlash, so she deleted it. But that does make you wonder, because paying her wait staff isn't hard because they don't make no money anyway. They live off of their tips. They make they make what, $5 an hour or something like that. So that's not a big deal. But your kitchen staff, your chef, all of that, they're not working for tips. They're on payroll. And word on the curb is Nene been having trouble making payroll, honey. I make nowhere near what Nene makes, but I have a $500,000 life and policy to take the burden off my kids. Yeah. I mean, I have a life insurance policy, and I don't even have no kids. It's just to take care of my debt so I don't leave debt for anybody. You know what I mean? It's enough to pay off my house and pay off my bills, so I don't leave anything on anybody. Y'all, my aunt hates Joel Osteen. She talks so bad about that man today. Ooh, he stashed that money in the church, tried to pull a fast one. I'll never forget during the flood. He didn't let the people go inside the church. I've been gave him the side eye. Willie, that's what I said too. I said I used to really like Joel Osteen, but after that hurricane situation, I've been giving him the side eye myself. I used to watch him every Sunday. I used to tape it and watch it every Sunday and get my little 2 cents off of him, Nene needs to stop with these reindeer games and live within her means. The chickens are coming home to roost. You know what, Edith? Listen. Hard head make a soft behind, my mama always said. And I really need these people to really figure out that this money don't last forever. If you are putting out more than you are bringing in, the money doesn't last forever. And what goes up must come down. And while you are up and while you are at the top, you need to be taking care of everything. I mean, everything I can't blame on Nene because, with the panty going on, it probably did affect her businesses, but at the same time, I don't know. And I don't want to see her do bad, but it does sound like it. It sure does sound like. But let me tell you what it is. Let me tell you the other thing too. And this is what people need to understand as well. Things are not always said publicly, but handled privately. And what I mean by that is this. Nene going after Bravo, NBC Universal, and Andy publicly the way she did with the venom that she did wasn't a good look. I don't know Nene's experience. I cannot say that Nene did not experience racism. I cannot say that Nene did not have some horrible things done or said to her in her time with the Real Housewives. I can't say that. I wasn't there. But what I can say is the way in which she handled it didn't do her any favors. And so people who may have reached out to Nene to ask her to do this or to do that, maybe some opportunities that were going to come her way, maybe some endorsements, maybe some business opportunities, maybe some acting gigs, maybe some of those things would have been extended to Nene. But when people saw what happened with her and Bravo and NBC Universal, it tends to make people shy away and be like, oh, no, we good. And we don't know how much money Nene cost herself by handling her situation with her leaving Atlanta, the Real Housewives of Atlanta, the way she did. Remember, it's not just Bravo, y'all. It is NBC Universal. Most of Nene's acting gigs, when we saw her, all of those opportunities came through NBC Universal. Her being on The Apprentice, NBC Universal. Her being on The New Normal, NBC Universal. I don't know about Glee. I know Glee is on. I don't know if Glee is under the umbrella of NBC Universal, but all of those opportunities, a lot of those opportunities came through her association with NBC Universal. And so a lot of people now might be giving her the side eye like, we don't need that headache. Right, see, Golden. What is she spending that money on? She only wears jeans and white tees. You ain't lying. Right, Glee was from Fox, but just because it was on Fox doesn't mean it wasn't under the NBC Universal somehow affiliated. I don't think it was, but I'm just saying we still don't know what the connection was, And again, even if it was totally different, it opened up the door. It opened that acting door up. And then she was on the new normal, which, yeah, it only lasted one season. Then she was on Broadway. Then, she did, well, I think she did The Apprentice first before she did any of that stuff. But all of those are opportunities that came to her via her relationship with NBC Universal. And remember, as much shit as y'all give Giselle over there, when y'all talk about Giselle gets away with everything, Giselle gets to do what she wants to do, Giselle. Before there was a Giselle, there was a Nene. Nene did whatever she wanted over there on that Bravo channel. She was their darling. Remember, she did the whole Fashion Police. Remember, Nene has had a million opportunities to do great things on TV. You know what I'm saying? And again, you cussing out and going, tweeting every chance you get and doing interviews, calling these people all sorts of racists and all kinds of things. Again, I'm not saying that that wasn't her experience. I'm never going to tell that woman what her experience was. What I will say, though, is you didn't do yourself any favors in how you handled it. Y'all see what I'm saying? I think Glee is under Disney catalog now, but before it was 21st Century. Okay. Yeah, it was 21st Century, yeah. Yep. I don't think Nene is a kind person. I think her mouth has stopped a lot of bags. Now, I miss her reviewing red carpet fashions, and I think she wore beautiful clothes for her statue. Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing. Both things can be true, Lady D. You're right. Nene can be entertaining and good at what she does, and not be a nice person that turns people off. Both things can be true, and I agree with you. I agree with everything you're saying. She's still going to have those opportunities. Watch, they're going to be begging her. Jonathan, I'm gonna need you. Jonathan, brother, I'm gonna need you to bring it down a little bit, Jonathan. I don't know if you mean it or not, but I'm gonna need you. Whoop, whoop, whoop. I'm gonna need you to bring it down, sir. I'm gonna need you to bring it down, child. I'm indifferent. I love to hate authority, and I don't doubt the racism. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I ain't about to sit here and say, I'm not going to sit here and say that woman did not experience any racism. I'm not saying that. I am not going to put myself out there and say that woman ain't experienced no racism. I ain't going to say that. But I am going to say that the way that she chose to handle it may have cost her some opportunities. And let's be clear. People can handle stuff however they want to handle it. But just know that there are consequences for every action. What's up, Pinky Tiki? Hey, Keisha. Nene has been on some pretty good shows, although short-lived. Maybe it's her attitude. Maybe. And again, this is all alleged. Don't nobody know what that woman got in her bank account. She might just be doing these things because she's just frugal, child. I don't know. I do not know. Child. All right, y'all. Well, let's get into this. So we got a flash from the past for our last little story. I wasn't coming down here for a long time tonight, but don't forget, don't go nowhere. We got our drawing, y'all. We got our drawing. Got our flash from the past. So Jussie Smollett's trial started this week, y'all. Now, a lot of y'all probably wasn't around when all this Jussie Smollett stuff first happened to get my opinion on what had happened and how it went down. But they need to send Nene and Monique to Potomac and give Candace the boot. Woo! Well, Willie. Thank you, Keisha. Child, Xavier, I didn't even know Dynasty still came on. I watched it like the first 2 seasons. I didn't even know that thing still came on, child. I saw it when I went into my Hulu the other day to look at the Jen Shaw. I saw that it was new episodes. I was like, oh, because I don't even use my Hulu that much. Listen, I just be throwing money away in Hulu. But anyway, so his trial started. Now listen, this is how I felt about the whole Jussie Smollett situation not from the beginning. This was my final opinion. Of course, my opinion changed when I got more information. My opinion changed based on the information I had. But from where I sit right now, from where I stand right now, this is my opinion. I think that Jussie was dating one of them boys. And these men, these brothers are from Africa. And again, I know Africa is a continent, not a country. So I get that before somebody tell me. But we also know that in a lot of African countries, their view on homosexuality is very, very, very archaic, even punishable by death. And I do think that Jussie was involved in a sexual relationship with one of those brothers, and some stuff went down. I do not, this is my opinion, and y'all can fight me, I don't care. I do not think that, hey, Tracy, they're Nigerian, thank you. I do not think that Jussie masterminded this whole attack to send a message to the network about the homophobic threats that he was getting. I just don't. I don't. Do I think that the network didn't take the threats that he was getting seriously? Yes. Do I think he was upset about it and probably was frustrated because they weren't taking them seriously? Sure. Do I think that this was a whole elaborate scheme set up for him, to get his ass beat, to prove a point to the network? I don't. That is just me. I really don't think so. Even down when they say, well, he first accused the white man of doing it when he knew who the men were. Do I think he was wrong for blaming it on Magda and saying it was some white man in an orange hat or a red hat? Yeah, absolutely. Just like I think it's wrong every time a white person accuses a black person of doing something when they know that it wasn't a black person. It's wrong. Point blank, period. It is wrong. But I think he knew who did it, and he didn't want to turn in the dude that he was dating, whether he was scared or in love. I think he knew who did it. I absolutely think he knew who did it. But I don't think that it was with the malicious intent as much as it was protecting a person that he thought he loved or being afraid of this person. That's my opinion. I know that's right. Time to eat now. Oh, all right, Yana. My theory is that this was a scheme by Lee and Fox to get him off the show to provide an excuse as to why Empire's ratings were wrong. Okay. Ooh. What's up, So Jeff? Now that's deep. That's deep. I think he was scared to turn them in. What are his charges? Wasting the police time? Yeah, basically, filing a false police report and something else. Yeah, squandering police resources, some bullshit. And again, in this world, Chicago, y'all literally have one of the highest homicide rates in the country. This what y'all got time for? This what y'all got time for? But anyway, hey, little baby, how you been, boo? I haven't seen you in a while, girl. They have him on video doing a dry run of the fight. Yeah, I heard that too. I don't think it's a dry run of the fight. That's just me again. That's me. Maybe I'm just living in my own world, child. But they have video of them practicing the day before. The brothers recorded it and kept the video. They have a video of them fighting. Remember, he was there. They were his trainer. Who's to say they weren't kickboxing? They weren't practicing some sort of kickboxing, some sort of exercise or something like that. That don't mean it was a dry run of the fight. Again, this is my theory. Y'all ain't gotta agree with it. It's cool. But I don't think it's that. And he has proof that they tried to extort money out of him. He even said, now I don't know if they presented any proof of that. I know that's right, little baby. I understand, boo. They also said that they told him if he paid them $1 million each, they wouldn't show up for court. So it's a very strange, and don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that Jussie is innocent in this, because I do think that he could have handled things better and he wasn't honest. I agree that he wasn't honest, but I just think his motives is not what they're saying the motives were. I think he was involved with this boy. It came up in trial that he took that Jussie and the guy went to a Turkish bathhouse. Yet he says that the two of them weren't dating, and he says he wasn't gay. I'll be honest with you, I ain't met too many straight men that will take their butts to a Turkish bathhouse where the prosecution said there was gay porn on the monitors and stuff like that. Like, it ain't too many straight men. I ain't saying none. I'm saying ain't too many straight men that would take themselves to a Turkish bathhouse. I'm just saying. Well, he tried, lady. Lady D, he tried. Remember, he had come up with a plea agreement and the judge rejected it. That's why they're going to trial. He had agreed to it. He had agreed to community service and whatever. They had come to an agreement and the judge rejected it. And that's why I'm saying this is all about making an example out of him and trying to humiliate him, because they had come to an agreement and the judge was like, yeah, no, we're not going to accept that. I think that because as soon as Jussie was suspected, we got all the articles about Empire's ratings going down, and honestly, there was no reason not to bring him back. Well, they didn't bring him back because he was there was a reason not to bring him back. I was gagging, but not surprised that he had a relationship with at least one. But if y'all go back, and I mean, y'all wouldn't be able to find it because it's buried under 3 years worth of videos. But I said that from the very beginning. When it first came out that his attackers were these brothers who he worked with on Empire, who were training him, I said then he's dating one of them. I said it then. I said he's dating one of those men. They're from Africa, Nigeria specifically, that has a very, very strong stance against homosexuality. And either Jussie was threatening to go public or they were worried about him going public. And I think it got real messy. Now, again, I ain't saying Jussie is innocent and they all bad. I ain't saying he all right and they all wrong. That ain't what I'm saying. But what I am saying is I don't think his motives are what the prosecution are saying his motives are. That's my opinion. That's just my opinion, y'all. So the judge wants him to do right. This exactly the judge. He came up with his attorney came up with an agreement with the state of Illinois, city of Chicago, and the judge rejected it. Because remember, we talked about this. Either we talked about this on El Teddy's channel or El Teddy was over here, because we were like, why would they reject it? Like, just be done with it and move on. Why would it was no purpose in doing it. And the only reason why this has continued to linger on as long as it has is because of the panty. Courts were closed and all that other stuff. My cousin is gay and I'm not, and he took me to some crazy places before. It was funny to me, strange but funny. Yeah. That's probably what happened. Gay for pay gone wrong. Yeah, and let me be clear. I've gone into some crazy situations with some friends of mine who are LGBTQIA. I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm just saying it's improbable that you're gonna have, that the way the scenario went down. Again, I ain't saying anything is impossible. I'm just saying the likelihood, dot 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 dot. That's all I'm saying. I hope Ryan Murphy sees American Crime Story. Oh, that would be good, Xavier. Now that would be a good one. I don't know. I think people would be interested in it. That's a good one, Xavier. Now that's a good one. That's a good one. But yeah, that's what's going on with the trial. And listen, but from what I was reading, it ain't look good now. It wasn't looking good for Jussie. It wasn't looking good for Jussie. But again, maybe I'm biased. Maybe I just don't want to believe that he could be guilty. I don't know. I'll take that. I'll accept that. I just don't want to believe that he could be guilty. But to me, it just always seemed weird. Like after the stuff started coming out, it just always seemed weird. Taking your friend to a bathhouse is not the same as taking your alleged personal trainer. That's true. Girl, the defense attorney asked him how long he and Jussie been dating. Jussie's attorneys are basically saying, right, no, they ain't basically, they absolutely saying it. We were supposed to get American Crime about Hurricane Katrina with Courtney B. Vance. Oh, I don't know, child. You would have to ask Ryan Murphy about that one. I don't know. I don't know nothing about that one. I don't know. But yeah, I'll keep y'all posted, child. I think we'll get the verdict this week. I think we'll get the verdict this week. So we'll see how that whole thing plays itself out, child. As a Chicagoan, I smelled a rat from the jump. Yeah, we talked about Chris Cuomo. We talked about Chris Cuomo. Um, they did him wrong. They did my man dirty. They did my man dirty. They ain't had to fire him like that. CNN know they ain't had to fire my boo like that. That's all right. We got multiple streams of income over here. We good. We good. Child. So I hope you guys have been keeping up with Vlogmas. Yesterday's Vlogmas was my Christmas list, and I put it on my community wall asking you guys, you know, should I release my Christmas list? As you can see, I pinned it at the top that my Christmas list. I did post my Christmas list, my Amazon Christmas list, and again, y'all know I'm never one to ask people, tell people what they need to do or ask people, but I did post it. I was on the fence about it. I was on the fence about posting it, but I did post it. Trials seem like they're going really fast this year. If they did an internal review over at Fox, they would have to fire them all. Child, you ain't lying. Yeah, I saw that allegation of sexual misconduct. Yeah, I saw that one. But yeah, so ultimately, I posted it. Y'all can look at it. Don't have to get anything off of it. If you do, thank you so much. Y'all know I will do the unboxings on camera. So, oh, speaking of which, I'm glad I said that. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. I got 2 more things to do before we get out of here. Hold on. Oh Lord. Okay. All right. First of all, somebody sent me something in the mail. Somebody sent me this T-shirt. There was no. They sent it to my home address, and not too many people have my home address. And it said ReallyBTV on there. It didn't have my legal name. It had ReallyBTV, so that's how I know it's a YouTube situation. I didn't see a card inside of the bag, but this was the T-shirt, and it says for the Black culture. For the Black culture. So first of all, thank you to whoever sent this. Second of all, tell me who sent it. I need to know who did it. So thank you to whoever sent it. And again, I don't know, because when people ask me for my address, I give them my P.O. box. So when it came to my house, I was a little like, what is this? And when it was addressed to ReallyBTV, I was like, oh, this was you, Taurus? Okay, Star. Thank you. Okay, this was from my star. All right, this from my sister, y'all. Thank you. So, and I do remember you asking me in the past, Taurus. I do remember you asking me in the past. So thank you so much. So I appreciate it. So I got me a T-shirt, honey, for the Black culture, honey. I'm gonna have to wear this to work tomorrow. No, I don't know. I don't know if I can wear this to work. I don't know if I can wear this to work. I might get in trouble for wearing this to work. But I'm definitely going to wear it soon. And I'll post a picture in it when I wear it. I'll post a picture on my Instagram. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Yeah, I do remember you asking me now for my address. Okay. All right. So, you guys, if anybody sees Ash Tuck, ASHTUCK, if you see Ash Tuck floating around these YouTube streets, tell them that they need to email me, because I still have not heard from them. They won the day 2 of the 12 days of Christmas giveaway. Remember, it is not too late. I know I said that the cutoff was December the 1st, but if you still want to become a member, I will add you to the next event, the next raffle, which will be the next drawing which will be Tuesday, if you still want to become a member. But these are the names of all the people who are already members. Tonight's gift is going to come from ShayTreasure.com. If you guys are not familiar, ReallyBTV, who is a YouTuber, but he also has a great merch line. He does masks, he does t-shirts, he has jewelry and other odds and ends over there on his website. So today's winner will win something off the website of Shay Treasure. And let me pull the name. Yeah, I probably can't wear that on my job, child. Yeah, that'd be a bit much. But I'm definitely gonna wear it. Y'all know I ain't got no problem wearing it. I just ain't gonna wear it to work. Okay. The winner is Lady Libra. Now listen, Lady Libra been in my chat. She done been in the chat all for every other, but she not here today. But I think I already have Lady Libra's information. I think I do, because she's actually won a raffle before from me. So I normally delete that stuff. So I'll see if I still have it. If not, I will definitely y'all, I posted on my community wall for her. But if y'all see her around, again, if you see her floating around these YouTube streets, tell her to check the community wall. Lady Libra, if you are in the bushes or if you're watching this on the replay, I need you to email me at ReallyBThePodcast@gmail.com. And I need you to put in the subject line 12 Days of Christmas Day 3 giveaway. So I know what day you want, so I'll know which gift you're supposed to get, because I haven't I wrote it out already, what gifts, what day and all that. So if you are seeing this in the replay, or if you see her on them screens, on the YouTube screens, let her know that she needs to email me day 3 of the 12 Days of Christmas giveaway, and she will be receiving something from Shay Treasure. Now, I never said you had to be in the room to be eligible to win, but I am going to do this because I'm in a good Christmas mood. I'm gonna pick another name out the box. And hopefully it'll be somebody that's here. I like when people are here to win. So it's Christmas time. I'm in a good mood. Let's pick one more name. Because the last 2 names I picked, the people weren't in the room. So let's see. Keisha Powell. Keisha, are you in the bushes, Keisha? Okay. I'll put both of this on the community wall. I was just trying to give somebody a chance to win that's in the room, y'all. But I still want to keep it fair. So I'm not going to just call a name. But Keisha won. And again, remember, once your name is out, you're only eligible to win once. So every time somebody else's name gets called, even if it's not you, you get closer to your name getting called. So we'll be back on Tuesday. So Keisha and Lady Libra will both be receiving something from Treasure Lane. I'll put it on my community wall, but if y'all see them, please tell them to email me, okay? All right, y'all. I didn't come down here for a lot tonight. We have Portia's Family of Lies coming on, and we got the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City tonight. Insecure, but y'all probably not gonna get no Insecure review tonight because it come on late and I'll be ready to go to bed. Love and Marriage Huntsville reunion part 1. I'll definitely get that out to y'all. And I have not looked at Power Book 2 from last night because my on demand was acting stupid last night and it wouldn't load, and I've been busy all day. I haven't been home long enough to watch it all day. So I've been in and out all day. Well, okay. It's not that I haven't been home all day to watch it, because I did have to run out and do a couple of errands today. But also this morning, I was in meetings this morning, and then I had some stuff to take care of, like work. So, Power, you got to concentrate. You can't just let that play in the background. You got to really be paying attention. So I haven't had time to watch it yet. Anyway, y'all have a great Sunday evening. Have a great beginning of your week. For those of you who get off for the holidays, we are 1 week closer to our holiday vacation. Hopefully I'll see what LTD's schedule looks like this week. Hopefully we can get um teacher project 2.0 to you guys this week. But yeah, y'all have a great week and I will see y'all tomorrow. Peace.